fake walls.
I can't do it anymore. I can't review games. I'm sorry, guys. This is just not really working out for me. We had a good run, though. One whole episode. I mean, that's more than I've committed to anything in my life, so fine by me. But I'm taking this channel in a different direction. I'm going to review something that no one does. This is a board game review channel now. Well, let's see what all the hype is about. I mean, this has got to be pretty good if it's Battleship. Okay. Oh, for yeah, so do you guys remember Battleship? It was such a huge success. How could you have missed it? I guess some jerk-offs from Hollywood looked at Transformers and said, hey guys, let's do that exact same thing. And then they made Battleship. Because original ideas are just too hard to make, so just base it off a fucking board game or some shit. And as was common with the big blockbusters from back in the day, there was always a lot of merchandise around it. Except Battleship didn't really have a lot of merchandise. It had like this like fake Lego stuff and like more board games and a video game. See, personally, if I was a studio hack, I would have marketed it harder, but you know, I guess no kid wanted to play with Battleship toys. They wanted to play with like, you know, Transformers. That's why that series did so well, because they were smart. So anyway, the video game. Yeah, let's talk about the video game. It's honestly one of the worst things I've ever had to encounter. Oh my god. Some of you may be asking, how do you translate this onto this? Just make it a Call of Duty game. Duh. But can't just be a Call of Duty game. No, you gotta shoehorn in this crappy strategy element too, because that's what the kids want. Naval strategy. I wanna die. When I give my hard-earned $9 plus shipping to eBay to get this game, I expected at least the mouths to move. They don't. Everyone wears a face mask. Cool. Great decision, guys. I can't even feel bad for anyone that bought this back in the day, because, I mean, if you watched the Battleship movie and then thought to yourself, wow, I really want to be in that universe and interact with all the awesome characters, and then they went out to their local Walmart and spent like $50 on this game, I mean, it's kind of hard to feel bad for that. They kind of just did that to themselves. And no, my capture card is not broken. This is what the actual game plays like. People spent money on this. It feels like I'm playing a slideshow half the time. The game also lacks any kind of freedom. I feel like I'm just on rails the entire time. There's so many invisible walls and blocked off paths. It just becomes tedious after a while. Cause Lord knows the last thing I want to do in a video game is explore and get immersed into the environment. Nah, just throw me on rails. I'll have fun. The way this game discourages fun makes me think it's more sponsored by the Communist Party rather than the US Navy. That's another thing about this game, is that it actually had assistance from the US Navy to be made. So, does that technically mean that US tax dollars went towards this game? This is really the best use of money that the government could have thought of.
God bless the USA. NASCAR. Trump 2020. God bless America.
Maybe I'm getting too far ahead of myself. Anyway, the game takes place in the many islands of Hawaii, and if you've been to Hawaii, you know how beautiful it is there. This game unfortunately takes a very generic approach to everything. Gone are the vast rock environments and crashing waves of Hawaii. Instead, you're left with the video game equivalent of a bathtub with one of those turtle sandboxes next to it. You know, the ones that you get at Toys R Us. That's what this game feels like half the time. Based on the cover art alone, I was hoping for a mission that took place in a city, because I'm just imagining how hilariously bad that would be, but unfortunately, yeah, we're sticking to beaches this time, folks, so hope you're a big beach fan. Personally, I don't really care about beaches, but I just do remember one time I was 7 years old and the seagull tried to steal my dibs. If you guys remember dibs, please DM me. I feel like we need to find out what happened to dibs. All of these character designs suck, and when you blow their helmets off, you just... The bad guys also peg you. Oh, great. I guess that's one way of connecting it to the board game. Pegs. Everyone loves pegs. You collect pegs, you get shot with pegs. Pegs, 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 pegs. Please make it stop. The enjoyment of this game for me really peaked when I unlocked the shotgun. Just because every time you shoot some guy in the face, he goes flying. It's awesome. Also, this sniper rifle sucks. Half your game time is spent reloading this bastard. And to top it all off, enemies take at least 4 hits to get killed. What I just showed you was footage of me trying to kill a guy, and it took me 4 shots to actually get him down. Keep in mind, that was played at double speed. So imagine doing that for every single enemy that spawns at this part. There's a lot of them. It's gonna take you a while. And when you're playing this stage in particular, you have no other choice but to use the crappy sniper rifle. So after about a half an hour of boring, brain-numbing gameplay, I'm still on the same level. Now there's a part where basically enemies are infinitely spawning, and the only way to get rid of them is to go into your little battle mode and destroy the battleships. You know, you sunk my battleship. Just like the board game. Awesome. This is what the whole game should have been. A turn-based strategy game. Not some crappy Call of Duty ripoff. Are you kidding me? This game's got more padding than a football team at a bubble wrap convention. It's horrible. All it consists of is moving ships and upgrading them. And sometimes you get this one upgrade that lets you take control of the ship, and all that does is force you to rapidly press the triggers until it explodes. It's a lot of fun. You're just hitting buttons, and hopefully by the end of it you come out the same person, because honestly I feel insane talking about this piece of garbage. Holy crap. I'm not even trying to be hyperbolic. All the enemies spawn at literally the exact same points every single time that you die and respawn. So you just gotta figure out what position to be in and when to shoot them with what weapon, and eventually you'll just beat the game. You won't even beat it out of having fun, you'll just beat it out of spite because you really don't want a movie tie-in game from 2012 to beat you. God knows I didn't. And even though this level took me about an hour and a half to beat, it's still really small. The reason why it took me so long is because I had to put up with so much bullshit in order to get through it. Like, what were they doing when they were making this game? Were they smoking crack? Yeah, it's one way to spend the budget of the game. They bought crack with your tax dollars in order to make this game. I'm sticking with that theory. Oh yeah, by the way, these little death balls, don't even bother with them. I know, pro tips for an 8-year-old game, but holy cow, man. They're almost unavoidable, and you're gonna have to get hit by them in order to proceed just because your gun basically does nothing to them. Sometimes you'll land a lucky hit, sure, but most of the time, it's like you're shooting spitballs at them. I had more fun breaking the game, honestly. I got stuck in this one little hole and I couldn't get out. I thought it was hilarious. Finally, I reached the last level. And let me tell you, they really know how to be consistent, because this level is pretty much the exact same as the rest of the game. Shoot some guys, stay in one place, deploy your ships against this big ass alien thing, and blow it up in the most underwhelming cutscene I think I've ever seen. And then you sit back and watch the credits roll as the sun comes out over the mountains. And you say to yourself, wow, I spend my free time doing this? Well, on the bright side, the game does come with a movie ticket coupon. Hopefully this can be used towards therapy.